Is it working? Yeah, it is. Okay. Hello. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hello, welcome. I already did this one, so sorry if sorry about that. Because I'm Sancho from the Limbus Company. Hello, Sancho. I'm Sancho. Oh yeah, right. Actual voices now instead of just ticking. Silence. What's that ominous metallic noise? The tolling of bells spells with the resonance unlike that of any other, normally marked by their clarity. Bells muddled as if it tolls for ill fortune on the horizon. Oh, that bell sure is resounding my day that I'm home again. It's the bell that tolls every once in a while. You can hear its resonance from anywhere in Hangwon. Oh my god. Hi, Sancho. I'm Sancho. Hello, Sancho. Glad to be here. It's your restructuring day. But the restructuring day already. She trails off, unable to finish her sentence as a brutal scene unfolds behind us. What, are you guys seeing this? The buildings are all starting to shift. Now this is tethered to a complicated network of rails, or either rising from or sinking to the earth. Movement has been observed from every building in the vicinity. Everything is changing. Localized shifting of structures we had observed yesterday night. Not sweeping with this. What you saw last time must have been a premonition of the restructuring day, nudging some buildings to positions for smoother overall redistribution. Holy shit, we're in China. Yeah, we're in China. Hello. Now this is the real deal. That whole mess was just a premonition. The remnants of an old age corp. There was a long that was here long before the current Hangwon. The structure has been here for a while, so we can't know the nature or the purpose of its singularity yet. But at this moment, we shift based on current age corp's restructuring standards. The rope assembly shifts over and right. Yet those who toiled and toiled have not to fear. Is it not joyous to have a place to rest your feet at? Those who were without a fortune, this is simply the reality to bear. Only choice is to retreat in silence, to accept your fate as one might. Wait the coming month, ponder how one might save their skin. Is this? Didn't know they played that. How many shall plummet today, and how many shall reign? And hold on to not all things too tight. You may lose sight of one to let go, and feign ignorance when you might take flight. Consequences of reassembly for the evicted is an endless plummet. What a terribly distressing sight to behold, unable to do aught to help. Is this another one of Age Corp's idiosyncrasies? I don't know. No, other nests also have their own measures of one's wealth. Also, cheat code may use their time as currency. Exactly. H corp's of wealth and currency is based on how much space a person owns, measured by a scale they call rooms. IDS, measure of one's space, is the measure of one's wealth. Exactly. So once every month, the worth of each person's measures and quantities of their income are measured to determine how much space they are assigned to. So they can just kick me out of my home for no reason? What kind of ridiculous rule is that?
이곳에서 한 번도 나고 자란 적 없는
might appear in that way to outsiders like us, but
오래전부터
the
존재했던
calculations behind these redistributions are meticulously designed and have been here for a long time. So it might seem to me, it seems to me that everyone just accepts them as natural parts of their lives. Have you seen this happen in person too, Honglil? This restructuring there. I have. Sometimes I've watched the cityscape from behind the railings of my room. It happened far, far away from me, but I could see it all very well. His expression remains tranquil and still as calmly as he reminisced. It was like then, when he was merely watching the featureless scenery pass him by. Angwanyan, my old home, was never too concerned about the restructured days. Get more rooms someday, but we never ever shrink. So I've never been affected by these restructuring days. I only witnessed them as they happened beneath me, high up in my room. You're half fine. I don't think there'd be anyways you could have done, but you just sat on your hands and watched all this shite. He could have trailed off, but I could see that he was gritting his teeth. Another pelican coming. And there's your ride. I think we each had enough, so let's get you guys going. This is pelican? Yep, looks like they sent us a pelican large enough to comfortably sit a big crowd of people together. Young Master Jiabayo and his 12 honored guests, is that correct? It's 13, to be exact. But I thought the son wasn't invited. Oh, hold your service. I was told that Young Master's values faction was just 12 people. Upon hearing that, Todd began aggressively striding toward him, causing the pelican bearer to shrink in fear. Whoa, slow down, lady. We are 12 people. What's wrong? Don't tell me this thing looks normal. Contributing member of a clan to you. What? Todd suddenly grabbed my shoulders and presented me before the barrel like I was his kind of product. That's a pretty unique head to this one scar here there. But don't think I've seen anything like it around here in Hangwon. But isn't that just a prosthetic in the shape of a block, I guess? But still. Let me ask you something. Can you imagine why anyone in their right mind would stick a clock where their head gotta go? Even if they were hunting for cash? No way, man. Your more versatile biomodifications available here in Hangwon than whatever that hack job is. Nobody in the right mind would. Exactly, right? I don't know.
참 딱한 처지가 많은 법이죠.
아이고, 이거 사기구만 사기. 이 어떤 뒷골목에서 그랬는지 몰라도 아주 단단히 당했어.
더군다나 시간도 안 맞고 제대로 된 의식도 없어요.
The clock isn't on time. Of course, it's barely conscious. Look, all they can do is make weird talking noises because they don't even have a mouth. Those are some pretty darn hurtful things to say, but I decided not to take them at face value. It was pretty obvious what she was trying to do. Somebody tell us I'm getting dizzy.
아이고, 정말이네. 누가 이런 잔인
You
공로할 짓을?
could have done something so awful.
다행히도 우리 마음씨.
It's a rumor was saying that young Master Aurelius got such a kind of thought. He said he could not walk past this town.
눈 뜨고 못 보겠다 싶어서 주워온 거예요. 홍원에선 다른 머리로 교체하는 것처럼 일도 아닐 거잖아요.
아, 그야 그렇지요. 돈만 넉넉히 있다면 전신까지 싹 다 교체하는 건 일도 아니니.
You had me?
그렇죠? 그래서 보옥 도련님의 세력원은 저 포함 12인 거예요.
See what I mean? Those facts. That man. He must value. One attraction, according to yours truly.
그래 보입니다.
I see your point, but we can't just
곤란하시다는 건 우리 도련님도 아주 잘 알고
let
있죠.
all of us aboard. Yes, our young masters fully understands the moral conundrum find yourself in, so we'd like to offer you this tiny token of appreciation.
에헤이, 이러시면 안 되는데.
Oh man, oh lady. You really shouldn't do this. I really shouldn't. Oh, another thing. I'm sure I didn't need to tell you this, but if this gets up, things can get pretty messy for both of us. And that doesn't have to happen, does it?
알다
Ahem.
말아요.
Indubitably, ma'am. I'm doing this out of pure goodness of my heart. What's a free ride from the downtrodden one?
그냥 태워드리는 거요. 안 된다는 놈이.
It seems to me that Luke's doing this purely out of interest in the fatness of his wallet.
자자, 거기서 그만 쑥덕거리고 이제 그만 올라타시죠.
Alright. Stop gossiping over there and get on board. Wait. Are we leaving Pilot alone here? Pilot seems to have noticed me staying in his direction. Stop questioning with a radio and call out with him. Don't you worry about it, man. And have a safe trip over there. I got some stuff to handle on the outside. The design is more akin to an extravagant limousine than a Pelican.
이 샴페인
Oh, look at a bottle of champagne. Can I chug this?
무슨
Of course not. Drinking while on a mission is...
자,
Okay. With a quick clap, Sod promptly put an end to the hubbub and an unexpected flashy appearance on the Pelican cause. The meter shifted entirely into the calm and collected strategies, a far cry from the person who was actually heading up a storm bearer just a minute ago.
일 얘기하죠.
Time to get to work, everyone.
자,
의로움을 새기면 옥수
언제든지요.
Oh, okay.
군주가 나서
고래를 수금할 시간이야.
말뚝을
각청.
말뚝
수금할 시간이야. 고래를 수금할 시...
어디 가는지는 관심 없어.
채워지지 않을 궁어를 남겨주지.
그리고 그 후엔
Daniel.
잠깐.
Wait.
밖이 소란스럽군.
Something goes on outside. Long after Seth paused over Otis's remark, a grinning speak of wine rang out, followed by the worried voice of the bearer on the other hand.
습격이요.
We're under attack.
평탄하다
I thought
했더니
things were going a little too easy.
아무래도
It's so
여러분이
surprised that
관리하고
other
싶은
candidates are
후보가
trying to
왜
eliminate us
없는
just in case. Why am I not surprised?
보자, 싸울 준비는 끝났을까? 깡참! 무엇을 그렇게 깝깝하게 쳐다만 보고 있고 그런다냐?
Okay.
돌아가라.
세 번.
엎드리도록.
필중 의지입니다. 배선 저침탄 트랜지션 확산 임상시험 성공.
Shouldn't be that long.
좀 어디냐?
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희들 세피라도 처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
이제야 그래도 규모가 너무 큰 거 아니야? 적당히
Okay.
살고자 하는 모든 것들과 함께 무덤으로 돌아가라. 재밌네. 방심했고 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
신기팀에서 다 망가뜨린 줄 알았는데 멀쩡한 장비가 남아 있었나 봐.
양참.
Oh,
이중적
real efficient.
조절이 필요 없지. 뭐시? 그날에 총 맞았냐? 왜 자국 없이 시키게 의지만 있다면
꿰뚫려라. 매뉴얼을 만들어
Didn't take long.
그렇구나. 다음
Early parts are always easy.
날 뛰어보라고. 이제 이것이 쫙에
꿰뚫려라.
Hey, and done.
놀만치 노른 것 같은 게 이제 싸게 치어불고 들어가자. 고생들이었다.
모처럼 괜찮은 예술을 보나 했더니 벌써 목
어허?
애를 전부 채웠군.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
자, 싸울 준비는 끝났을까? 무엇을 그렇게 깝깝하게 쳐다만 보고 있고 그런다냐?
Give me a sec. I'll be right back.
임상시험송.
Alright, I'm here. Oh wait, I forgot to pause it. Oh, I forgot to. Okay. Oh well.
공포의 공포에 사로잡혀 바닥을 기는 모습은 어디서나 별밤치가 없네.
Okay. Aw. Aw. Good. And bad. Good. Good. Just mow them down.
징계팀에서 다 망가뜨린 줄 알았는데 멀쩡한 장비가 남아있었나 봐.
맞아. 그것은 중요하게 갖다 써야지.
다시 복구하기 힘들거든요.
강.
자, 봐라. 아까부터 두드려 맞더만 급하게 헷가닥 내보는 것 같아.
재밌네. 난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했어.
굴락해 방금 날 뛰어보라고. 씹는 맛이.
의도는 모르겠지만 이걸로 공평해졌네.
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지.
속삭.
다시 복구하기는 힘들거든요.
조절이 필요 없지.
I keep leaving. Okay. It's not much to these types of things.
계약 계획의 규모가 너무 큰 거 아니야?
That one's dead.
쉬엄쉬엄해도
매뉴얼을 만들어.
Oh wait, no. Never mind. Thought it was someone else. Nice. All right. Ooh.
심장이 잠깐 저릿해.
이런
Alright.
회사에겐 효율적인 건 몰라도
Come on. And boom.
그 희생을 값싼 대가로 여기는 게
Okay. No one left.
크지
Oh.
않은
Oh.
이곳의 목적이 그런 거
38. 70.
비교한
Sorry, I like this one a lot.
놀만치 노른 것 같은 게 이제 싸게 취업을 거들어.
No, I gotta say that China is kind of wild, to be honest.
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가. 하지만
I'm gonna go check out what's in
아직 기회가 없구려. 그렇다면
other
여전히
60 piece.
아무것도 인간.
Oh, my bad. Oh my lord.
대관원 입성이요.
Entering Dongguan now. Quite some troubles on the way. It seemed that we managed to arrive at our destination, roughly unhurt. Dongguan, Honglu's old home.
어이쿠, 시간이 얼마 남지
Oof, we're running out of time.
파우스트 씨.
Plus, I'm sure you understand the most important part of my plan, right?
그리 보기 좋은 광경이
It is unlikely to be a pleasant sight to behold.
예상합니다.
핵심은
Remember, the plan hinges on your patience. Everyone, you have to remain calm and wait, even if they freak out and actively try to kill you.
질의 겁을 먹고 차비하라는 명이 떨어질 수도 있겠죠.
There's a chance they might panic immediately, or the sitters to be executed on the
그
spot.
정도는 아닐 거라
However, it is
생각합니다.
unlikely that the person who is responsible to judge the next family, Dongguan, may make such a hasty response.
그렇죠. 상대의 그릇이 크기만 하다면야.
Exactly, everything is going to be fine as long as the other designer has the capability for patience.
어? 죽여? 뭔 얘기야?
Education? What?
그럼 다음 연락은 1차전을 무사히 마친 후에 하는 걸로?
Great, I'll follow up with a subsequent contact once you safely completed the first round of evaluations. After the cryptic exchange with Boss started gracefully on off the moving Harlequin as he murmured in his half sleep. Archer grows smaller and smaller as the distance between us grew, but what really caught our eyes was the scattered humans that the restructuring day has evicted from their homes. They were trying to drag their broken bodies off the road, sobbing and writhing.
참혹하네요. 저희가 도와드릴 수 있는 건 없겠지만.
There's horrible. There isn't anything we can do to help, but
그런 무력한 감각은
such as a futility and powerlessness will never negatively impact the efficient performance of their professional obligations. Repeated exposure to similar stimuli has been recommended to sensitize oneself to this sensation. So Honglu, how do you feel about going back home for so long? Sinclair changed the subject.
글쎄요.
I don't know.
말해라고 하냐?
Don't even need to ask him that.
하겠지.
I know we can't be.
나는 중간에 그냥 다시 돌아갈까 생각만 수백 번 했다고.
As for me, blimey, I hesitated for was 1,000 times, wondering if I should turn back and leave, turn around and leave.
만약에 문을 두들겨.
What if I knocked on this gate? But she. Equip came to a suffocating stop, his voice trembling lightly as he did so. The undersitter stared at him in confused silence. What is it? Why'd you stop in the middle of a... look at the school windows. I think we swapped out other images. I quickly tried to swerve from the septic then, but all I got was HMS coding glare that, see, this is not the time.
기억나요?
I remember.
각자의 희노애락이
Remember what happened with each time one of us returned to put a city that held our memories. There was happiness, anger, sorrow, and joy. And as we traveled, I remember that they all were looking at sceneries only they could see.
로저 씨는 계속 어설프게 농담을
Roger,
하시고
you awkwardly tried your best to crack Jack.
싱클레어 씨는
Sinclair, you tried your best to hold back the welling tears again and again.
그리고 이상
You
씨는
saying you shut your eyes for a long time,
이스마일 씨는
so you could stop talking to yourself while
하셨고
glaring down at the lake's surface.
히스클리프 씨는
And Heathcliff, I saw you're scared and it just chipped your hair over and over. You've really been watching us closely, huh?
우리가 그랬어.
Yeah, we're still. Did
봄 가버리면 꽃잎 모두
spring leaves, petals scatter, and all turn around to find the doors to which they belong and return forevermore.
저는 말이죠.
I think everyone has a small mound of petals they gathered for themselves. Huh? I don't. Why would anyone collect from something like that?
그러면
Then you simply haven't discarded them yet. There was still a transparent smile on his face, but I think I saw a bearing sinking shadow behind it. Oh. Then when I felt that a familiar light came into view, and I immediately understood what was going on. The goal was close and is resonating with Honglu's fathoms. I watched the flower burial of mine in mock way. Who lays me to rest as I die? When spring passes, young youth passes, and as wrinkles shear it all the way. Paths pass, people pass, ignorant they remain to where they hay. Do you always recite these strange poems, don't you? Everybody was to remain young, aren't there? Because we need something that the sea of snow in our hair. Do not let spring go past. Why are you playing with those fallen petals? Float them away downstream. You'll get dirt on your hands. And be so wasteful. How will we hear the sound of falling rain once we sweep all the petals away? It's a remembrance of a rainy day, so I'm going to treasure it. Besides, this beautiful process will get so dirty and streaming if we let it float away. But please still scatter them all the petals from your embrace, big bro Bayu. Honglu? Is there anyone you miss at Dongyang?
네, 없네요.
No, there isn't.
어떻게 그럴 수가 있어요?
That's not possible. Isn't your family there? And a bunch of other people who are so important to you?
소중한 사람들을 남겨두고 왔을 텐데요.
글쎄요.
Well, as long as I believe them to be doing so well.
구태여 그리운 마음.
There isn't any need for me to yearn to see them again. You still treasure your petals.
아니요.
No, I scattered them all the whole day I departed from my home.
그래서 이젠 비 오는
So my rainy
날에는
days are now silent.
아무 소리
I see.
보신 거죠?
You saw that, didn't you, Dante?
제 기억을.
You saw my memory. I did. Hongu laughed. He wasn't surprised or angry that I peered into his memories.
홍루 씨의 부모님.
You want to tell us about your parents, or yeah,
아니면 그
talked about your grandmother?
종종
pretty often, right?
언급하셨던
What kind of people are they? Sinclair added carefully. Maybe he was trying to commiserate Aeneas. As connection might have been, we were heated, headed to his home to meet his family anyway.
두 분 다 이치에 밝으셔요.
They are both very wise in the ways of the world.
할머니는 항상 저를
Grandmother always
지켜주시고,
treated me preciously.
어머니도 아버지도
So did my mother and my
저를
father.
아껴주셨죠. 아, 거의 다
we're almost there.
정원이
I can see the garden. It's one massive garden.
본가 안으로 들어가려면
We still have some time before we get to the main buildings.
옛날엔 정원에서
I remember the days when deer and hares frolic out here in the garden. Fuhu. Well, I could see myself taking a long walk around here. Take a whole day and then to cover the entire ground.
주로 저는 제가 살던
I usually only
방식으로
get around only around my room. It's just to stray too far after all. It's dangerous. Why?
잘못된 길을 걷다가는
There's a stranger danger, getting lost, getting targeted, and besides, it's very dark at night.
밤엔
Well, this ain't very big. This ain't a very big deal. Is it? Kids run around, scrape their faces on the branches, trip and eat shite on the pavement. Eat shit on the pavement all the time.
히스클리프
I'm sure
씨라면
you would have run
재밌게
freely
즐겼을
around the
것 같아요.
garden. What?
그래도
It's
항상
important to
조심하고
always be careful.
있어요. 제가 5살 때는
When I was 5, someone had deadly poison on a random tree branch. What is it?
히스클리프 씨처럼
I don't know, brother who liked to frolic like you do, Heathcliff.
우연인지 딱그
But by
주위에
some coincidence, he happened to be running around the same tree that had its branches rather poison. Well, what had transpired thereafter?
괜찮아졌을 거예요.
I'm sure he got better.
스빈이 100밤만 자고
Zarin told me he'll be fine after 100 nights rest.
스빈은 언제나
And because Zarin was always so smart, I'm sure it happened exactly as she said. Hold on.
Dude,
Why the fuck did you... Why are you looking at my stream? For some reason Twitch only works after stream. I gotta fix that. Hello again. How's my Canto? Yeah, it was pretty good. Currently trying to fix Twitch since for some reason it won't work. It's complete black. The video won't load. I gotta fix that. So don't mind me. I'm just gonna be gone for like a little bit. Okay, I don't know how to fix Twitch, so I'll just do that later after stream.
대화청 입성이요.
Entering Grand Flower Hall, or Duharing. Now, the song before arrival to a new place within Dongguan was made known by the Palanquin's bearer. Soon as announcement. More buildings, what's Duharing mean? And
또 뭐야?
쉽게 말하면
Grand Flower Hall, so I think you call it for a place for banquets. Oh, so you host banquets in this village-sized venue?
마을 같은 건. 저기 보이는 건
Is that a lake over there?
호수인가요? 아, 그건
Nope, it's a
연못이랍니다.
pond.
연못.
A pond? Damn.
도착하면 저랑 시춘이
Once we arrive, we will find ourselves a welcoming party for Zichun and me.
아,
Aha, Rojo, you should be able to stuff yourself to your heart's content this time. It's been us, hasn't it?
도착하기 전부터 이렇게
I don't think I've been this excited in a long time. Whoa, is that a ship over there? You have a ship?
아,
Oh yeah, yep. So let's go outboarding.
나가기도 했거든요. 아, 그리고 연못
Zichun's building is right across that pond.
건물도 있답니다.
You each get a building of your own?
네.
Yes, we do. Since when I first departed from Hongwon, finding the concept of an entire family living under the same roof, so fascinating. Alas, 'twas would be quite the challenge for the entire family to see one another. And that's exactly why we each get a building. We talking about the same thing here? Check, like for Wu. We could have merely enjoyed our vacations at young Honglu dressed all along.
그건 곤란해요, 동표.
And I wouldn't have worked Don Quixote. When I left home, my grandmother and the elders really impressed on me that
때가 되면
footsteps shall eventually bring you home when the time is right. Let's witness and only witness as much
그저 보고
as you may before you make a return.
언제 오려나 했는데
I was wondering when that could be, but time really slipped through our fingers. And just like that, it brought me here. No, 0 people watching? 0 people. I don't know. Most cities did not welcome their turn. Some of them were even terrified of it. Sometimes they had to confront what they've been avoiding all their lives. And for some, important things were unforgotten or were waiting for their return. What their reluctance is really not surprising at all. What? Also, what? I don't think I'd welcome an opportunity to get my memories back with an open arms if it was thrust upon me out of nowhere, especially if I was dragged there against my will. But despite the fact that it couldn't be more obvious that his turn has arrived, Honglu was as tranquil as he always was. I'll now start the fight for you. Okay, thanks. I've always been able to remain aloof no matter what happens. Maybe it won't be different this time either. Even so, can I just ask so hastily? The young master of the Viii has returned. Again with the Pelican's bearer Zeep, we'll throw the pronouncement of our arrival. The door has opened.
자, 필요하실 텐데. 어서
Here we are.
들어오세요.
You must all be so tired. Come on. Come in. Leaving behind the sinners who were still reeling from the astronomical level of opulence at display, Honglu bounced lightly off the Pelican and moseyed into the building. Oh, hi there. Skibby.
그거 참
What the? Light-footed steps you take, unhindered by excitement nor trepidation.
그러게요.
Right?
좋은 집에만 살아.
Rich boy's got nothing to fear because he's used to this kind of harshness. That's all this is.
그래도
Well, this may be a subtle expression of that teensy part of him that longs to see his family again. Once we all left the Pelican,
모든 것이 상당히
I found myself beset by overwhelming vastitudes of objects in great magnitude.
하인들도 대체 몇 명?
How many servants do they have?
아, 술시가 되면
Grandma will visit us once zoo hour arrives.
연애는 그때 시작될 것 같아요.
Banquet will start then, I think. Zoo hour?
술씨는
The zoo hour refers to the time between 19 and 21. This is a unique time system used in certain regions of the East.
추가로
In addition,
홍루 씨의 조모인 가문은
it would be best to remember that Honglu's grandmother, Jiamu, is the hierarch of Dongwon. It would not be an incorrect assessment to see her as the ruler of Hongwon. Your relative is the head of a wing, see? I was fighting your two sisters, one brother, and your dad. I don't know. Pretty hard. What the hell is you hours on a chair? Okay, Fox. Skip it, B. Okay.
이제 곧 다음
Yes, though,
계절에
she'll be handing that over to the next heir pretty soon.
이제 와서 가주의 자리를
Why now? What did she have to seek? What did she have to achieve by abdicating at this precise time? Otis, as she probably saw an ulterior motive behind every move, inquired.
언제나 때가 올 거라고.
She's been saying that her time would eventually come, that she's carried this responsibility for too long.
갑자기 나타나서
I bet she's pretty shocked to hear that you'll be talking part the family heart.
글쎄요.
I don't even know about that. Maybe she'll take it well.
구태여 나갈 이유는
There's never been a
없지만
reason for me to bother participating, but it wasn't a reason for me to not either. Silence. Oh, hey, there's Zichun and Wei over there.
웨이님이
Look.
앉아 계세요.
Looks like they both arrived safely.
무사히 도착하신 모양인데요.
Zhang Zichun arrived before us, shot the previous glance, and before looking away with the exaggerated disinterest,
방금 시춘님이
Zichun just turned it back on us.
고개를 왜 꺾으셔?
그 잠깐 사이에
Well, it didn't take long for things to become super awkward. Ooh, we must capture this opportunity to save ourselves. I just said to young Zichun.
그랬어.
It's too late. We are forever banned from ever getting anywhere near her.
어째서 온 말인가?
Yet wherefore?
저희는 이제
We're no longer Zia Zichun's faction.
적으로 취급받는 것이
Her hostility is to be expected.
분위기가 바뀌었다.
Things have changed.
이쪽과 저쪽.
Us versus them, and groups versus our group.
전장은 언제나 모략.
Deception and treachery are natural parts of war.
오늘의 아군은 내일의 적이 되기도
An ally of today may as well become an enemy of tomorrow.
친구가 없다는 말을.
And that's a funny way to say I don't have any friends.
방금 뭐
What did you just?
아, 부모님이 저기 계시네요.
There are my parents.
갑자기 바로
Oh, hold on, we're just walking right up to them? Limey, at least tell us their names. Father's name is Zeng of the Viii family. And Dongwon, they call my mother, Lady Wang.
출가 이후
I greet you for the first time since my departure. The silence. Value, the Jia family has returned home.
벌써 왔느냐?
You're early. Val? Dear Value,
이게
it's been too many years.
오랜만에 얼굴을 보니
To see you again after so long, it's good to see your face.
그저구나.
Yeah, Jishin? Yeah, okay.
어떤 말부터 해야 할지.
I don't know what I should even say. The father, Seng's eyes dart nervously between us and Honglu's. Meanwhile, his mother gingerly brings him in for a careful embrace as though she was in the presence of something so utterly deeply moving. It was more than pure joy of reunion. So they're Honglu's parents.
극진히 환영해 주시니
Thank you so much for your hospitality. You have certainly spared no expense.
그런데
So who are these people you've come here with?
누구니?
대단한 숫자는 아니지만
Well, there aren't too many of them. They are my friends who I made out in the world.
구하라고 소개하던
At least he's not introducing us as lackeys like a certain someone I know.
야, 그거
Wait, that's Honglu's mother slowly turns around to look at us. I mean, it's a weird thing to say, but somehow it almost felt like she was looking down at each of us one by one.
반가워요.
I'm so glad to meet you all. Yeah, it's always been such a stubborn child. I'm curious. It was quite a handful to accompany you on your journeys. You can still embrace him despite every
고집이요?
stubborn Honglu. Whatever it was she said, they don't seem all too happy to hear that.
뭐가?
Dear Value,
왜 친구분들이
why do you allow your friends to call you by that name?
부르게 두는 거니?
What if your noble blessed name
성인들께서 점치해 주신
bestowed
너의
upon the
고귀한
Reverend
이름부터
Zenran, our elders?
뭐야?
What's going on with her? Honglu reached out and gently, indifferently held his mother's violently trembling hands.
당연하잖아요, 어머니.
Of course I would, mother.
그
His name is too noble indeed. Yes. His name that any rebel should be so heavily speak.
가벼운 이름이 결코 아니니. 아무렴.
Of course.
이쪽도
Do you also have an old name and a new name?
그거 있잖아.
Don't you remember? Back in P Corp, we called Honglu's young master Bao.
지난번 홍원에서
Also, remember he announced himself before the duel on the day we arrived at H Corp. He introduced himself as Value of the Jai family.
쓰는구나. 했지만요.
I thought it was soon back then though, given the circumstances. Well, it ain't like us calling your real name's gonna cheapen its nobility or whatever it is. I actually enjoyed spring. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but I'm not sure.
고작 이름인데
It's just a name you could say as many times as you want. and they won't appreciate and whatever value it has. Oh, but some people do actually believe that it does, I suppose.
그 이름을
It was wise of you to refrain from using that name.
그래.
Right. To let
이 소중한 이름이
your person be known as. Among the populace is to encourage knives and the dark to strike even here too.
모친의 말씀대로
As your mother says, were your true name to be known? Eligible for passing connection to H Corp. What has EG connected you to Hangwon?
대부분의 이름에는
Or
그
Hangwon.
근원이 담겨져 있다고 하오.
Is that he or she? I don't care what you call me. Is it said that most names are repositories of the keepers or origins?
가령 동부에서는
Is the eastern region of the city where when the parents name their children, they imbue them with a meaning that carries the wish for the children's places in use in the world. In the eastern region of the city, when the parents name their children, they imbue them with meaning it carries their wishes for children's places in use in the world.
내놈 이름의
You,
뜻이
what your
뭐지?
name mean?
제 이름은
My name is a culmination of wishes, not only those of my parents, but those of many more.
태어날 때부터
It means that I was born with a
태어났다는 뜻이랍니다.
precious jade.
바보
Oh yeah.
끔찍하군.
Well,
폭로가 낫겠어.
Honglu is better.
조용히 말하세요.
At least try to whisper. Enough. I'll call the rich boy however I want to if I'm forced to say. If I'm ever forced to call I'm young Master Value or some shit like that, I'd rather take a punch or two from the guide. Like with the Horgat gaze, the servant staring at us.
네.
I don't mind, so please continue to call me Honglu if you want.
귀빈들께선 자리에
Please seat yourselves, honored guests. Food will be served soon.
것이니.
Whoa, boy, what's this? What's all this?
이게 다 뭐냐?
이거 진짜
Did he
뭐라고
actually expect us to eat
물어봐줘요.
all this? I don't think I've ever been intimidated by food before. There was quite literally a mountain of dishes on the table. I was starting to wonder if the purpose of all these dishes was more than to want their wealth than to feed us a reasonable amount of food.
이거 말이야.
What a feast! I can ask for a refix, right? Yes. Now, what's up with those empty seats up there? We're still killing time for some guests to arrive.
그건 아닐 것 같아요.
I don't think so. They probably see through my older siblings somewhere in Dongwon. They probably just didn't want us to attend.
자리겠죠.
I mean, yeah. I don't think so. They're probably seats for my older siblings somewhere in Dongwon. Yeah.
오늘은
wait.
저를 환영하기 위해 만들어진
There was a banquet
거니까요.
to welcome me. After all, I'm sure they believe it's a waste of time to attend. And then they better be on some real busy schedule to miss this.
가복께서
Yeah, Lou.
당도하셨나이다.
Venerated but to be by your presence graces us.
사모께서 당도하셨나이다.
Yeah. Venerated to be by your presence graces us. The announcement or the silence quickly devoured the busy hubbub of the banquet. Those who were sitting quickly rose to their feet and bowed, while those who were standing knelt down on all fours and bent their backs so low their foreheads were nearly touching the floor. And the woman walking out from between them, the crowd itself, parting down the middle from her sheer presence.
아, 할머니가 오셨네요.
Oh, there's grandmother. Was Hongwoo's grandmother the family hierarch of H Corp and its chief executive director? Hold on. Was Honglu's grandmother the family hierarch of H Corp and its executive director? Mu's presence was as once warm, gentle, yet immense, and overwhelming, like a personification of an surmountable mountain. Sancho, what am I hearing? What do you mean? We're graced by your presence, venerable GML. We are graced by your presence, venerable GML.
가모님을 뵙습니다.
We are graced by your presence, venerable. I don't know what to say this part.
뭐야?
What? Did we bow too?
고개?
I don't think you could bow any lower with your face halfway in the ball. So you should be fine, probably. Surrounded by Hoshu too, I think. Guys, everything's gonna be fun as long as we don't do anything stupid. As everyone was bowing before the awed and humbled, only Honglu looked straight at without bowing. Then he got up from his seat and walked toward her.
할머니.
It's been a while, grandmother.
보옥도련님?
Please ascend, young master Bao. We see that a special permission was needed to even stand next to her, as Honglu was allowed to approach her only after the servant gave him the go ahead. What about you? You must have walked and toiled tirelessly on your journey home.
그렇지 않아요, 할머니.
Not at all, grandmother. I was able to learn so many new things, thanks to everyone who treated me so nicely. Had you sought to master an art for learning, no matter regardless of pursuit, would have been out of our reach. Could have learned much in the halls of irradiation from them. Yet the world taught from sheets of papers that are simply words on paper. Wish that you, dear value, would learn more of the secular world, not live below your tricks, your fingers the time that is given to you. I know this opportunity was more than what I deserved, grandmother. I appreciate your return, all the same that you've designed to return for me here at my abdication of the great responsibility. Canto, a very good Canto. Honestly, it gets better with every Canto. Yeah. Really, it appears that young Honglu signed onto Limbus Company. Is she eating something right now? Am I eating something? Gran Turismo? What's that? Can the two of you stop babbling with your mouths full? Young masters of family must imitate us. Off the sent out the world on the grand tour, thus coordinated with the practice grand tours. If those what for they commence their public activities. The purpose is to learn the experience that cannot be gained, but books to grow familiar with the world outside. I hear that you've met with Zichun in the world not long ago. I have. A bright child she is, well prepared to take on the challenges of the family hierarchy valuations, I presume. I agree, I'm sure Zichun would wisely overcome the trials. Indeed. Have you paid visit to the reverend elders then? I will soon. Lady Wang, ascend here as well. A few mercies then, of course. How many things are there? How many parts are there? Honglu's mother hurried up to where Mu stood. It must cause your heart great distress to have your one and only son depart his home, to wander the world beyond the hedges. Of course not. Still.
저는
I'm simply so glad that my son Value
이렇게 제 몫을
has returned as a man who can now carry more than his own weight and unharmed too. Oh, so we're back at the start.
그러니 보호가
Thus, dear Value,
재촉할 생각은
I don't mean to rush, but when are you planning to depart again?
출가 날짜는 언제니?
아직 정해진 건 없어요.
Nothing has been decided yet, mother. I see. I'm simply concerned that were your stay here to be prolonged, perhaps you might fade before your duties are completed.
소임을 다하지 못하고 저물까봐 어서 소임을 다하고
Complete your
돌아와.
duties and return soon so that the agreement Jab has so graciously made for us is fulfilled. Hmm?
그래.
Indeed.
잃지도 말고
Lose not,
잊지도
forget not.
말거라. 너는
You are our family's one and only jade.
우리의 둘도 없는
Dear Value,
친구야.
our peerless treasure, tarry not to overlong in the mundane world.
남아있지 말고
Live when the time is right
내가
and
되면
fulfill your
다시
worth.
떠나 그 가치를 다하거라.
그럴게요.
Okay, grandmother.
어머니.
Mother.
어머니.
Okay, now we're back at where we were at a few minutes ago. Not a few minutes ago, like a day ago. Or for me. Bao chai. Zoo bao chai. Or something like that. Sinners were doomed to chew uncomfortably through the incredibly awkward meal. But Ziamu and her Ritune of Hirshu left the banquet hall quite promptly after the exchange. It was as though they had no more reason to remain here. He said that they should inquire Honolulu's of this departure plan on the very welcoming of his return.
그러게요.
Right, one moment it appears like they really care about him, then appearance of that care for one's own child was quite distinct and unusual compared to the typical display of emotionally intimacy expressed in average households.
뭐
I value. That's when an unfamiliar, chipper voice hops jovially into our conversation.
나를 제일 먼저 찾아주지 않았어.
Why didn't you come see me first? I've been staying in this building ever since you departed. You know?
같았단 말이야.
About shy. It's been so long. I'm gonna look to the southwest without turning my head away for like 30 seconds. After that, I have played tag with every old man in my neighborhood, and I always try to win, and I gotta invite that friend. Same. What?
여기까지 와서 자리를
You come all the way to my welcome banquet to Felicity. I appreciate that. Had I known that you'd be coming up today, I would have summoned everyone I could from my family to see you today, Big Bro. Big Bro's pen really been itching to know what have you been doing. Yeah, sure, boss. Zichun, who'd been sitting in complete silence for the entire banquet, muttered quietly to herself, "Who else have you greeted since you arrived today, Value?"
부모님과 가모님께
My parents is Zima. Really? So I'm your first then. He made a cheerful remark before leaning close up to his eye. Your jade is always so glimmering and pristine, Value. So look, I made myself a necklace in the same color as your eye and wore it every single day to constantly remind myself of you. Well, do you see it?
그렇구나.
Oh, you have. Thank you for remembering.
고마워.
It's an order, Sanch. You wanna join? Maybe not. Ahem. So, are you gonna introduce her to us, or why could we just let the nice reunion play out, man?
모세를 못 참고
Artist stepped forward, unable to stand the curiosity.
아,
Oh, she's. Hi, I'm Bao Chai. Bao Chai of the Zoo family. I have a very profound relationship with dear Value here. A profound relationship. He's my betrothed, and I to him. I say that it's pretty profound. What?
그렇게 놀라실 일도
There's nothing to be
아니랍니다.
surprised about, because profound relationships can be established effortlessly
워낙
in the simple
흔하니까요.
exchange of agreements.
아니, 그래도
You could have at least given us a hint.
어차피 제가 혼인을 하는 건 이 림버스 컴퍼니를 떠났을 때일
But I won't be married until I leave Limbus Company, though.
그러니 굳이
I just thought that it wasn't relevant enough to share.
저 아까
So sorry about overhearing you, but you guys are valued friends, right? I've been so curious to hear what kind of life Value lived out there. Got to share some tales of your journey with me.
괜찮다면 소녀에게 그대들의 여행기를 들려주실
어리는 가라.
You all stories for
함부로
kids?
들을 이야기가
You?
아니니.
왜요?
Why? But I love stories about bloodshed.
좋아하는데.
One of Big Sister Baochai's pastime was curating creepy stories of urban legends. Then maybe I'll share.
그렇다면 조금만 들려주도록 할까?
Okay. What? What about everyone else? I love adventure stories.
좋아하는데.
그럼
Be careful what you wish.
후회하지 않을 자신 있겠어?
I beseech thee to find a seat, for I shall now regale thee with a tale which adventure of most wondrous valley and fort. Brace thyself for this particularly interfering tale. Here's a big scary bear looking clever.
식사 끝났으면
If you're finished with your meals, why don't we all go back to our residences?
시춘이는 오늘도 화가 많이
You're so angry against each other. Last I heard, you lost much of your followers in a large battle, didn't you? So sorry, I used more than 3 handkerchiefs wiping my tears away upon hearing that news.
눈물을 닦았던 손수건만 해도 3장이 넘었지 뭐니? 벌써 설씨가
So the same family heard it too, huh?
맞아?
You're not wrong, but that's irrelevant to what I brought to the family hierarchy for.
아무 관계 없어. 시춘이는 언제나
Always a big fan of your confidence, Jesse-chan. I was a big fan of your confidence, Ichan. It's a good look, you know. That reminds me, you better watch your back, says Belchily. Looks like Brother Baoyu's learned how to sink a knife into your back with that same carefree smile.
못본 사이에 재주가 된 것 같으니까. 갑자기 뒤통수 치는
What do you mean by your knifing people in the back? I just had a small falling out with Zichan, that's all. Zichan must have been trying to get you on her side, huh? Yeah, no. Wonder she wanted you on her team. Dadyu's always excelled at whatever she does, without stressing out or losing that happy smile. Just kind of worked out that way. I guess you could be a bit irritating like that, huh? So kind of people, though rare, do indeed exist. Now that reminds me, did you by any chance run into a Big Brother Q? I haven't, but they have. That's good. He pushed her hand over her chest as though she just survived an incredibly dangerous accident. We're eyeing us anxiously. So what happened? I knew that he was trying to ally with Ji-Huya. I mean, it didn't seem like anyone else was viewing that an alliance other than she herself, but it must have been a pretty open secret among the candidates that Q was trying to ally with Yuha. They cut Big Brother Yuha's head off when he was with us. Oh my, Rosatelli or Vertically? What? So this is his 3rd time, huh? Yuha's really incorrigible. He never really knows when to zip it and zip down. Oh, Big Brother Q, I had a feeling he'd be when the family hire war begins. Everyone in Jorgonyan was heard of that creepy song with the action, Chidang. Gosh, things get so awkward and hostile here at Dongwon every time there's any mention of him. Well, I guess it's fortunate that he won't be coming after me once the competition begins. And why is that? Because I'm simply too charming and adorable to kill outright, of course. Besides, whatever Big Bro Q's goals are, they probably have nothing to do with the Suit family. Maybe, I can see that. Nanchai took a step toward Honglu and leaned in close to his face. You smell my fragrance still, Bao? You have never resisted Bao. Bao has always been and will always be residing on Future Planet Port. Promise to pay me a visit before you leave. With that, she gracefully walked out of the room. Oh, how about we also start heading back? This place can get pretty dark around high hour. Yeah, why'd you leave? She's just a childhood friend. I call her Mixes once since she's older than me. It's just nothing we do here when our one friend's a bit older. She's one of the very few Dongwon who was nice to me. So where should we head next? Next question. We just go by the scale of everything in here. It should be safe to expect something real risky, right? You're my guest, so you should be able to stay at my building within Gyeongnyang. It's within walking distance from here. We should be there in no time, even on foot. Alright. Oh, I guess we're finding someone new. Oh, yeah. Just for a few more nights.
깨끗한 세계를 세우라. 자, 여기랍니다.
Ta-da! Here we are. That's a pretty long walk. Still technically within walking distance, but this place is called Joyous Red Court. This room was made for the most aromatic flower tree within H Corp. Try taking a deep breath and you can smell the lovely fragrance of flowers aroma spreading from the very tip of your nose. It's unique to this building? Very much so. It is an unseen and invisible thing, yet it retains much of its pleasant riddles. This place is huge too. You've been living here all along? Yes, I was told to stay in a large room, but I preferred this place more. It had been long, Master. Zarenpo. Oh, hey, is she? Have you been well, Zaren? Yes, I as I always been. Zaren watched us motionlessly as our rowdy crowd poured into the yard. Her expression did not change even when she saw Honglu, presumably had it been quite some time. Are the young master's guests? I will guide them to the room. Please follow me. Now that we're here, I got to pay a visit somewhere. I'll be back soon, though. It's worth that journey. I'll ask to accompany me. It's okay. Just a moment to say hello and pay my respects to the elders, so it'll be better if I go there alone. This way. Well, I guess I could say this about every operation, but what if our mission doesn't really sink in? So we're actually there. You're talking about the family hierarchy, right? Yeah, the other candidates have been preparing for this for years. We have what, an overnight? I don't know. I'm always procrastinating. I'm a procrastinator until the last minute kind of gal. So I'm pretty sure we got a handle on this. This is not the first instance in which we demanded to work through a task. An unfavorable and questionable situation. Why does it matter? Our goal isn't to claim the throne of the family hierarchy anyway. a few hours ago.
천만 다행이지 않겠어요?
But it's such truth that our goal isn't to come first place in a family hierarchy war.
1등을 할 필요가
Thus, don't mean to say that we need to be the first.
당연하죠.
Yeah,
저희가
obviously.
우수감사를
Why would we want to say that to become the head of the
만들겠어요?
8th Corps?
외부인을 앉히는 것보다는
Would it not provide a much more reliable means of control to planted individual can't be at the highest seat of the wing, instead of letting an unaffiliated if they will assume it?
일이 그렇게 간단하게
There's a lot
굴러가진
more
않죠.
going on behind the scenes, guys. Besides LCB, still has much left to do at the LCB.
그러면 뭐
Then would I be right to assume that this isn't a winner-take-all kind of situation here? The other candidates get something from participating too.
가주 심사에서 10등 안에 든 사람은 순위 순서로 가문의 창고에서 원하는 물건을
Anyone who places within top 10 will gain the right to pick one item of their choice for their family treasury. Of course, the one who is the highest goes first.
하지만 2등 안에는 들어야
We're going to have to come in at least second place in order to ensure that we attain this item we're looking for.
아, 괜히 기분
That's really
좋지.
insulting, Sonnet. Why don't we just shoot it for the top anyway?
못 보던 사이에
Your confidence seems to have gone through the roof since our last operation together.
뭐
Well, we did go through a lot of crazy stuff.
그렇긴 했지. 우리가
그리고
Anyways, care to guess what deep set of Hongwarts gargantuan treasury?
황금과주요.
The gold ball. Right, I'm buried in the middle of all kinds of other treasures, along with any knowledge of its true value.
그래서
So, Foss, what did Manager Saw share with you as a strategy for the first round?
작전이라는 건 뭐지?
그러고 보니
I very much wish to know that as well. For the tradition as a mutual understanding seems to exist exclusively betwixt Miss Foss and Sod.
가주 심사 1차전의 내용은
The first round of the family hierarchy evaluation test.
100원의 어르신들을 위해
What did the Senate have prepared and got for the elders of Hongwon? What the Senate have prepared, huh? So that's mostly what Xia Sichun
블루홀사에 관한 것이죠.
used to be free from aging and death and mortality.
즉, 각자가
Each candidate is to present and answer before the judge to demonstrate their idea of the true immortality. Alright, so what's the answer to true immortality then?
그건
Not even Foss can answer
내놓을
that.
수 없는 답입니다.
Then what are we even doing?
다만
But we may be able to demonstrate a fast amount of immortality. At least pretend as though we are close to the answer.
답을 원하는 건 그들이니
Given that they are the ones who are seeking that very answer, they will not disqualify us. Only to be exact from the competition.
그럴듯해 보인다면
I see, they will cling on to whatever clue they can get from their hands. So we're using that desperation.
그렇습니다.
Precisely.
그 가모인가는 제일
That important looking old bat gentleman favors him, don't you? Maybe she'll give him bonus points or something. Well, so that's what we use
쓰임새가 된다는 거.
for.
그건
That is.
맞아요.
Yes, you're right. It is my
이제
turn
제
to
차례가 돌아온
use.
거죠.
Wow, when did you get back? Anglu nonchalantly chimed into the conversation, having slipped in between us unnoticed. Hey, you're back pretty soon, huh? Unfortunately, what Otis just said could have sounded quite crass, depending on how you cut it. Honglu, you don't have to. Don't mind what you said. But why would I mind it? My youth is to be participating in the hierarchy war. The only option for attaining the golden bow. She didn't say anything. Your use? Oh, if you'll be using me, hopefully this Latin outcome we can I'll be happy with.
모두가 기뻐하게
Rarely such outcome would be best. Yet, Sung Su-chen already exhaled with great gusto out of her nostrils before turning away from my patty when our eyes met. Will Si-chun. Onglu's eyes twinkled briefly as though he was shifting into a dream. I didn't think it would I don't think it would be possible for me to be friends with Si-chun again. We're back to not being on the speaking terms again, but so I'd be back in time, back to when we were both children. But we can't go back to the past.
방금 뭐라고 했어?
What? What did you say?
지금 제정신으로
Are you
그
drunk or
말을 나한테 한
something?
거야?
Did you really just say that to me? Oh, what a stupid thing of me to ask.
오빠는 평생 취한
You've never
적이
been drunk in your
없을
life. Your mind's always been so damn
맑은
good.
정신이었겠지. 어차피 내가 이렇게
Now that
화내고
this matters to you,
소리
does it? Even when I get angry
오빠에겐 아무런
or when I
타격도
shout
없을
at you
거
like
아니야.
this, none of it gets to you, does it? Just what happened to you that day.
그날
How could someone
무슨 일이
become
있었길래
so?
사람이.
Sicha and I
됐어, 마음대로
get
해.
it. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do.
제대로 된
It's my fault for expecting to have at least one normal sibling in this messed up family. And then, in that memory, Hong Lu was wearing a quiet smile even before her harsh anger. Well, don't you want to be friends with her again?
결국 사람과의
At the end of all
연관도
things, these connections between people, they're just moments, frail things.
그러니 저의 뜻이 어떻든
So what I want
큰
doesn't matter.
상관이 없답니다.
Hong Lu, the sinner so aloof, so that it feels as though he was floating through the clouds. I once that was just a thing, the kind of guy he was. Someone who just happened to be above everything that's happening around us, instead of just another messed up person with messed up problems of their own. But slowly and gradually, I had begun to realize there was something off about him under the surface. I don't know, not participating in the high art. Do you really not feel anything about it? Have you completely excluded yourself from it?
네.
I
그냥
don't.
그런
And I
거구나라고
have. It's just the way
생각하고
things work
있어요.
out, right?
관리자님.
Executive Magistrate, it is true that his value judgment. Well, I've no intangible feelings on this company's structure.
파우스트도 동의합니다.
Bosses in agreement. Simmons do not have the right to refuse their missions.
존재하지 않으므로.
그건 사실일 테요.
So, that may be true, yes.
그에 따르는 마음.
I find it unnecessary to turn away and neglect the suffering conditions of their hearts, stemming from their obligations to their missions,
마음의 상태라.
conditions of our hearts, but perhaps unnecessarily peering into them as how we get suffering. Who's calling me? Yeah? Sorry, I just got a call. Conditions of our hearts, but perhaps unnecessarily peering into them, is how we get suffering.
그것이 무슨?
What manner of?
이곳
Back then, when I lived here in Gangwon,
제게는
so many years passed before my eyes.
지나쳐가곤 했어요. 다른 가문의
Should I kill that child who was from a different family? Should I even survive? Should I walk past the dying boy? Or should I stop to help them?
처음에는
When they were first presented to me, I tried making a choice,
하지만 그 선택이
but it didn't take that long for me to realize that my choices were nothing.
그래서 저는
So I
어떤 것도
decided not to choose,
했답니다. 그게 지금의 저예요.
and that's me, as I am now.
림버스 컴퍼니에 입사하게 된
There were so many
후에
wonderful things
좋았던
about
점은
joining
수도
Limbus
없이
Company,
많지만
but
제가 무언가
I
선택하지
think my
않아도
favorite
된다는
part of
점이
the experience
기쁘고
was that
좋았던 것 같아요.
I was never given a choice.
조금
That's definitely kind of weird.
이상한 것 같은데요?
어라? 분위기가
Oh, looks like things
조용해졌네요.
have gotten weirdly quiet around here.
사담은 여기까지 하도록
That was
하자.
enough discussion of private
해야 할
matters.
이야기가
There is much
많습니다.
ground for us to cover.
그럼 1차 대전의
Let us
계획에
begin by
대해
discussing our plan for the first
말씀드리죠.
round. The next morning. Still some time until we have to leave.
오늘은 잘 보이지
What may
않았지만
have been the purpose of these scarecrows, yet veiled in the nocturnal shadows they were at yesterday night.
아직도 있었네요.
Oh wow, they're still here.
이곳의 자제들이 거처하는
These are training courts next to
이런 식의
every
영장이
building.
마련되어 있어요.
Children at the place live.
걷고 뛸 나이가 될지만
Every children of walking, running age all get to play with these dummies.
놀이라.
Play, puff ears, early education is important.
조기 교육은 중요하지.
수업이랑 어떻게
Yeah,
놀아보시는
how
건가?
the one play with the instrument dummies.
그나저나
And it appears that this dummy is adorned with the most dashing piece of fashion for its head.
아, 그건 제가
Ah, that's the first dummy I received when I was 7.
그때는 말이죠.
Back then, I thought even dummies could feel pain when it struck. So was the blissful rumination of all those who will watch children.
그럼 여기에 태어난
So it is like tradition for kids born here to formally learn how to fight.
아, 그건 아니에요.
Oh, not exactly.
이번에 할머니가
Wow, so this is what grandmother gifted Big Brown.
맞아.
Yep, I don't know how it worked.
잘 모르겠어.
So,
옷 같은 걸 입혀주거나
must be a doll or effigy for dress up, or perhaps you could adorn it with some trinkets.
목형 집을 지켜주는
Maybe it's got like a guardian spirit that protects your house. Big Brown Bagger.
얼씨구
Oh boy.
이건 말이지.
Here, let me show you how it's done.
할머니가 준 선물.
Like you punch grandma's gift. Don't you think you're hurting it?
아파해?
Hurt it? Really now? That's what you think?
이렇게 자라나야 살아남을
It's more
수
that they have
있다는
to
게
grow up this
더
way
정확할 거예요.
if they want to survive.
생각보다 제대로 된
This WTD isn't so bad.
생각보다
This wooden training dummy appears to have been designed with and crafted with some precise engineering craftsmanship with self-determined departure. So why don't we try using them for one with exercise?
땀나는 거
Look,
싫은데.
I don't want to go sweaty though.
뭐
Well, it's not like these things will pose us any danger. I think we can try them out.
써보는 것도 괜찮겠네요.
Just see how we're doing.
그렇나 제군들. 지금부터
Attention, we have orders from the executive manager force. We put all the training into uttering ruin into these training dummies. I didn't even give an order. Oh well, it won't hurt to get our blood pumping now. All forces charged. Guess we're fighting training dummies. No way. Better fight back. Better fight back.
조준이 슬픈 눈빛 좋구려.
날 뛰어보라고.
There's no way these dummies fight back.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라.
제가 계획에 있던 누군가 일단 쉬엄쉬엄해도 괜찮을 텐데.
Great.
옛날에 외부 강사를
There's a lot of training dummies for no reason.
한 놈만 잡아. 일자를 다 쓸어버려. 날 뛰어보라고.
Okay.
몰랐네. 담배 펼쳐서
Okay.
그만 찰줄 알았으면 빨리 좀 하지 그랬냐. 깡총.
Not bad. You'll get him on there. Alright. Alright. 8, 20, 36, and 57. Okay.
신계팀에서 다 망가뜨린 줄 알았는데
Didn't need to do all that.
남아 있었나 봐.
Ryoshu.
이 정도 시험
No fucking way.
어차피
Ryoshu. No fucking way. You just.
그렇다고 무작정 맞으라는 말은 아니었는데.
I am disappointed. I'm disappointed in Ryoshu.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
Okay. Dead.
난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
And dead.
깨우치시게.
Yes. Let's take them out. Fuck. Because Mersault. However, he said they should surely break. Love this kind of one so much because they gave it like some health. There. Almost dead. Dead.
이번에도
Don't be rash, buddy. Don't be rash with the Furiosa.
유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네.
Don't be rash. Don't be rash.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가. 하지만
Okay.
기약은 없구려. 그렇다면
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
I keep forgetting to put support. never mind.
결국 내 편에 설 수밖에 없을 거야. 나도 그래.
Okay. Gotta figure out how to fix it. Fuck this one.
이중 경관. 조준이 필요 없지.
너희 보조 사서들은 나와 다를 거 없을 거야.
깡총.
그 사람의 계획에 한껏 이용되고 결국 다려진 신세. 나는 살고 싶어.
좋구려.
너희도 마찬가지야. 그러니 협력해줬으면 해. 단순한 찾았을
이만 빨리 좀 하지 그랬냐?
이런 제약은 회사에겐 효율적일 줄 몰라도 이거라서는 항상 뒷걸음을 했지. 그
매뉴얼을
희생을
만들어두길
값싼 대가로
잘했네.
여기는 게 아니라면
그렇게만 해.
크지 않은 제약 계획을
씹는 맛이
적당히 쉬엄쉬엄해도 괜찮을 텐데. 참 약절이.
Okay. Dead. Dead.
신계팀에서 다 망가뜨린 줄
Give
알았는데
me a sec. Someone's here.
멀쩡한 장비가 남아 있었나 봐.
Oh, I just closed the game. Oh. Oh, wasn't that just right? Okay. Okay, wasn't that just right?
오늘따라 별이 박수. 오늘따라
Connection. Random shorts. Oh, I don't want that. How about I gotta redo this again?
부모를 남겨주지.
곤란하네. 나는 어떤 사람과도 잘 지낼 자신이 있지만 관리자님은 예외고 관리자님과 희망락하면서 지내는 건 내게도 버겁다고.
인증 격발. 필요하지.
자,
옛날에 외부 강사로 뛰던 것이 생각나네.
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지.
깨치시게.
맞아. 그것은
태어난
진지하게
곳으로.
가졌어요.
돌아가.
별로 어려울 수 없잖아.
난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든. 속삭.
I can really full screen this so I don't actually like try close the game.
제약 계획의 규모가 너무 큰 거 아니야? 적당히 쉬엄쉬엄 해도 괜찮을 텐데.
How much more is there? Not enough.
필중 지망했다. 트랜지션. 임상시험 성공.
There we go.
노란하게
Okay. Okay.
안 지킬 줄 알았으면 빨리 좀 하지 그래.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh. There we go. Twenty, 24. There, and done. You got a leg hanging on, sir? I have
날 뛰어보라고.
Canto 2. Like Canto 1 or 2. I've had like Lee Hang for like like announcer 1 and 2. No, for like Canto 1 and 2. I had this one for like a while.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
당신
이게 심장이. 이런 제약은
Yeah, I had Lee Hang for like a while. Did you not know that?
직원들의 희생이 항상 뒤따르는 법이지.
I got amazing luck.
그 희생을 값싼 대가로 여기는
I mean,
한상 체제압의
I'm not sure if I call it good.
이곳의 목적이 그런 게 아니라는 거 관리자님도 알고 있잖아.
I don't remember how I got him. I guess kind of did. But I did remember I took breaks from the game.
망가뜨린 줄 알았는데
Yeah.
이번에도 멋지게 해냈네. 엔젤라님에게 잔뜩 칭찬을 들었겠어? 당신의 노고는 이곳을 좀 더
상쾌하군.
Yeah. Ooh. Hunger fish.
잠이 깨긴
Ooh, I
하네.
guess morning workouts really do wake you up.
매번 큰일 있기 전에
You've gotten so used to getting intelligence before we get to Velvet of the mission that morning to incomplete without sunlight. Nevertheless, this was meaningful warm-up activity.
그런데 홍루 씨는
I've been so committed to this.
지금까지
Why did you never
가족회전에
consider
참가를 할
participating in the
생각이
family
없었던
hierarchy war before?
다른 형제자매분들은
Meaning that all of your other siblings have been waiting to all their lives for this event.
단순해요.
Simple.
가주가 되고 싶다고
Because I never once thought I wanted to be the family hierarch.
정말
Is it not?
정말로
Is it not truly most unfortunate?
옥을 물고 태어나지 않았다.
Had you not been born with Jade, my son, you would have done tutorial all your life, paying for the family hire war, like your other siblings do. You didn't waste your strength on those things to win the favor of the elders and graduated by their blessing. Help me witness as much of this world as has to offer. Jade of our family, my precious son, value. Remember, more members. What's wrong, please say? Seem kind of distraught. It's to do with the plan Miss Foss explained to us last night. I find the plan rather detestable. Me too. But Hong Lu said he's okay with it, so... Can we even call it a plan if we're being more honest here? It matches with the definition of a plan, given that it illustrates certain instructions to be followed from the purpose of achieving defined goals. Please remember that there are no second chances in the family hierarchy war. Okay. Didn't take that long.
아직 기약은 없구려. 그렇다면 여전히
Okay, I think I might end it right now because I gotta do some stuff right now. It was fun for today, but yeah, I gotta get off for now. I gotta fix some stuff.